Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexiot's here. It's Tuesday, and this is a special Tuesday because it's the first Tuesday of season 4 of Raptor Freak Tuesday Trivia. And we have a new commissioner of trivia, and that is David Saborin. And he has written half the questions. I've written half the questions too. And we're going to have the first one that kind of he is in charge of. And also, it was kind of his idea of what we're going to do this morning. So the format for trivia is going to be very different than it has been the first 2 seasons. And well, I hope it challenges you guys and you enjoy it a lot. So as you can see, the picture is Del Curry, and it is Del Curry's birthday today, guys. So happy birthday to Del Curry. But yeah, we're going to have to see what the questions are about. So I'll read Ahmed's comment real quick. It says, "Good morning, y'all. Good luck on season 4. This season will be more guessing than searching." I appreciate that, Ahmed. But once again, I think that you've got the right idea what I'm looking for. Just help me if I'm drowning. If I'm online and I'm trying to get an answer and nobody's getting it, you have the right to go and find it then. But honestly, David's already talked to me about this, that he wants it to be where this is the kind of questions where if you know it off the top of your head, you'll get it faster than somebody searching for it. So in some ways, your knowledge already inside. And as you're saying, you know Dell pretty good. So good luck. Well, there you go. That may very much help you today for sure. He's saying coming to Toronto on Thursday, got to wait in Boston airport for 8 hours. Wow. That sucks. It really does. I land at like 11 p.m. Gonna go get snacks after the stream. There you go, Amit. Well, safe travels. And that's too bad. You have such a long layover at Logan. Ah, yuck. Bryce is here. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. Did I miss the classic card? Nope, we haven't done it yet. We're going to do it at the end of the trivia. We're going to do the trivia first, Seymour. Don't worry, you didn't miss it. And David is here. So David is here to commission and judge and adjudicate our trivia this morning. He, as I said, he's written most of the questions, and it's in a format and style that he wanted to do. So, yeah, we're going to get going. Cowboy saying, let's go, Scotty. Yeah, we'll talk about this afterwards, Cowboy. We got to do this trivia, and we're going to start it right now, guys. So let's go ahead and start it now. The first trivia administered by David. David is going to tell us the point totals and who got them in the chat as we go. We're going to see how this works, and hopefully this will all go really smooth, and everything will be fine. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to describe players to you, and you have to name the players. The same rules. Don't half-ass us. David is a stickler. He's already told me today spelling will count. So y'all need to get this right. And if you don't do it exactly right, he's the one who's the ultimate judge that's going to say who's getting what amount of points for what and what effort they do. So y'all need to be ready for this. As far as David is in charge, he may be more of a hard ass than I am. And so this is going to be very interesting, Ahmed. Yes, this is going to be very interesting. In some ways, it's out of my hands, y'all. I'm just like Alex Trebek. I'm just doing the administering of the quiz. And, well, there's people that wrote those Jeopardy questions for those Jeopardy contestants. And this is what's going on here. Yeah, Fiercey's here. All right, we're ready to go now. Good morning, fam, and happy Trivia Day. All right, so today is Dell's birthday. Of course, we know all about Del Curry. As Amit's saying, he knows a lot about Del, so look out. Well, once again, expect the unexpected. It is not a trivia that's solely on Del Curry today, guys. This is going to be about NBA generations. And I'm going to do some describing, and the people that answer the names will get the points. And David will tell you who's getting the points in the comments. So there you go. Yeah, I'm the Bob Barker of Raptor Freak Trivia. I mean, Price is Right's a different kind of game. That's right. All right, you guys are talking too much stuff. We're going right into the trivia. James, I want to do your comment, but I can't do it right now. He said, I'm watching some Bub Carrington highlights. He has some go-to scorer potential. I would be happy if we come out of the draft with Bub and Mogbo. Yeah, that's not a bad combo. That's not a bad combo. And combo, I'll do an alley-oop just really fast, but y'all, seriously, I'm about to start the trivia right now. Don't write any more answers or comments, because in some ways, I want it clean and clear so David can adjudicate smartly, okay? So, Cowboy, stop filling it up. Please, we'll talk about Barnes' contract afterwards. And I need y'all to keep the chat clear on Tuesdays for trivia from now on. Because honestly, I'm trying to work with David, and this is going to be a little difficult at first to get used to the new way we're doing this. And in some ways, I'm going to ask y'all, plead with y'all, to just not fill it up right away right now, because we're going to have to really be meticulous here. All right. All right. So let's start. Here is the first clue. And if you know who I'm describing, you can write it in right away, just like we always do. I just want it clear for David to read it. Easy. All right. The first clue is this person interacted with the KKK and the Grand Wizard David Duke when he was younger. Now, that's an interesting clue. Who interacted with the Grand Wizard of the KKK, David Duke? If you know about NBA Generations, well, that's what this game is today. NBA Generation. You saying Charles Barkley? You saying Steve Kerr? No. Now, this is the thing. That's just the first clue for these answers. That may be too hard. If I get one more answer, I'll go to the next clue. I'll take 3 answers, and then if nobody got it, then we go to the second clue that helps you guys get closer. So who was interacting with David Duke, the Grand Wizard of the KKK when they were younger? It's not Charles Barkley. It is not Steve Kerr. I'll take one more answer, and I'll give you the second clue. If somebody gets it on this next one, well, then you will get the major points. In some ways, if you get it at a higher level of less clues, maybe David will give you more points. You're saying Kyle Korver. Okay, those are 3 answers. None of those are right. You guys fill it up. That's none of those are right. And don't half-ass me, Fiercey, with a Russell. That don't mean jack shit in this game. You know that. All right. The second clue is, all right, now the first clue was for a father. The second clue is for a son, okay? In high school, the son was a long and triple jump specialist. All right. You got to figure out which father-son combination we're talking about here. And I will say this, the questions in the beginning are all Raptors related. So these are Raptors related people, and that's how you got to get it. This is the tough thing. So whose father interacted with David Duke of the KKK and was a long jump and triple jump specialist in high school? So who was it? Bargnani? No. And remember, spelling counts. No, it's not Andrea Bargnani. So you're thinking of a father who interacted with David Duke, the Grand Wizard of the KKK, and the son was a long jump and triple jump athlete in high school. That was a competition that he was involved in. Yeah, Bargnani's not going to work. Since you guys have like 6 answers already here, I'll move on to the third clue for this pairing. There will be 4 clues, getting easier and easier until somebody gets the 2 names. Yeah. All right. The next clue is the father broke the color barrier at LSU. The father broke the color barrier at LSU. Fiercey, that is not a good enough answer because that is too ambiguous. Yeah, Ron Harper. That's more than one person. Yeah, Cool Cat is here. Good morning, Raptor Freak crew. Countdown is on. Yep, we're doing trivia, and it's very serious, Fiercey. Cool Cat, because we are doing the first time David's in charge. Shaquille O'Neal is not right, Ahmed. That's a good guess, though, because he does have something to do with this. Bryce likes the trivia so far. This is good. Ron Harper Jr. is not right. Shane Battier is not right. These are not one of the 2 names that I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for a father-son generation in the NBA, and I've described 3 clues of this pairing, and I need to get the final names. I need the names. Give them to me. And all the questions so far will be Raptors related, so try it. Gary Trent Jr. is not right. All right, I'm going to give you all the final clue for the first one, and y'all should get it off this one. Whoever writes it in first gets it. But remember, there's 2 names you can write in, and one of them will be worth more because one of them's harder to know. So here we go. The last clue for question number 1 is the son married Miss USA. The son married Miss USA. That should give it right there. I want to see the full name. And if you can't find out who the father's name is, you better go research it. That's what I'm saying. Garrett. Oh, man, Fiercey, what are you doing with your life? Okay. All right. David will adjudicate. That is the correct answer. Garrett Temple is the son in this father-son combination of what I'm describing. His father did interact with David Duke, the Grand Wizard of the KKK in Louisiana, while he was at LSU as the first player to play on LSU breaking the color barrier. So, yeah. All right. And boom, there goes Ahmet going to get the dad's name. Boom. All right. Now, David, please adjudicate for us the points and how you would like to go in this situation. I would say Garrett Temple is by Fiercey. So Fiercey's getting 50 and Ahmed is getting 100 points for the first question. There you go. That's how it's going to work, y'all. So you see the format now. Now, work with me. We have 20 of these today. That is just the first one. There are 19 more. So get strapped in. That's why I want to do this right now, because this is going to take a while. And we don't have time to be doing no banter and talking about Scotty Barnes, who has not signed his contract until July the 7th. So Scotty Barnes news is not news yet. It's just Woj dropping the bomb. I knew this was going to happen 2 months ago. So it's like, what is this? This is not news. Barnes' contract is not news. We knew this was going to happen. We'll celebrate it when it happens on July the 7th, y'all. That's the date it will happen, y'all. Yeah, there you go. So, all right, good adjudication by David. That's the first one. All right, let's do the second one. Let's see how it goes now. All right, the first clue for the second question is the father is a notorious double parker, even triple and quadruple parking sometimes. Even quadruple and triple parker. Yeah, he's a notorious double parker. Yeah, the father. Let's see. All right, write it out correctly, guys. I'm going to see how David adjudicates on this, because seriously, he's the one in charge. Y'all going to need to see how you do this. I know y'all got it. Yeah, you got it right away. This is easy. This is the easy one. This is the easy one for sure. Now, I want to see what David says on here. You're going to look at it, David, and you're going to tell me who's going to get that one. Well, obviously, y'all know who the other one is. You might as well write his name in too. His clue is KFC bucket getter. Yeah, who is that? Who is that? Y'all need to write them both in. There you go. Whoever gets them in first for both names gets the point. So let's see how David does this. Let's see how he adjudicates this. He's saying 50 points to full ass. He's going to allow the W instead of the E. Just one letter typo. All right, very lenient on that one. Good job, David. So Kareem's getting the 50 for Gary Sr. And let's see who's going to get Gary Trent Jr. So just assume that if it is the father, well, you're going to have to put the son's name in too, because that's the way this game's going. That's right. Yeah. I have Ahmet got the junior. Okay. So you've put the points down for the point totals, David, and you're keeping track of how much everything is. Yeah. Those were easy ones. So it's 50 points. I do want to read my other clues for this. My clues were notorious double parker, even triple and quadruple parking. And then Nick Nurse threw him under the bus, and he stayed professional. That was Gary Jr. And then the other clue for Gary Sr. was pediatric pedicure provider. Pediatric pedicure provider. I love that clue. I just had to read it, make sure y'all heard it. So there you go. All right, next part, number 3. Let's go to number 3, guys. The first clue is on number 3. The father is the last member of Houston's Phi Slamma Jamma. Now, that may be right up Smooth Brown Man's alley right there, as far as the last member of Houston's Phi Slamma Jamma. You guys know about Phi Slamma Jamma? That was a very big deal in the 80s at a college in Houston. Not the Rockets. I'm talking about the university. So who is the last member of Phi Slamma Jamma is the first clue. If you guys want to take guesses, I'll take a couple guesses. Akeem Olajuwon's a great guess, Ahmet. He was in Pi Slamma Jamma, but this is not the answer. Clyde Drexler is another great guess, Seymour, but it's not right on this one. No, those are great guesses. All right, I'll give you guys a second clue, and this is for the son. The son's clue, his first clue is his name is like he is a character on the old cartoon Brave Star. Now, that may be enough for y'all to get it from there. His name is just like a character on the old cartoon show Brave Star. Y'all don't know Brave Star. Well, maybe you won't get this. I'm just saying. But the son's name is just like a character on Brave Star. So let's see. Scottie Pippen is not right, Bryce. That's a good guess. Lyndon Rose. That's not right. And Ahmet's like, what is Brave Star? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's an old head cartoon right there. Clyde Drexler's not right, guys. Clyde Drexler's not right. Now, remember, these are Raptor-related people. There is a connection to our franchise. So, Larry Mean Michaud. Wow, you're really digging deep now, Kareem, with that one. I remember that guy's name, yeah. All right, here's the third question for this pair. The father was drafted by the Bulls. He played for the Bucks briefly, and then he went to Turkey, and he became a Turkish citizen. He actually has a Turkish name, y'all. Yeah, Ricky Winslow is right. That is the father. Ricky Winslow is the father. Seymour Pape is getting that. And Ahmet jumps in on the son's name, of course. Yes, we were talking about Justice Winslow and his father, Ricky Winslow, who actually did play in the NBA. So there you go. David's giving the points out. It's 100 points to Seymour. And Ahmet is getting 50 for this one. Wow. So this is going swimmingly right now. Yeah, did y'all know Justice Winslow's father played in the NBA? I didn't until I wrote this trivia. So there you go. Yeah, Brave Star is a space stage Western cartoon. All right, next question. We're going to move along because there are quite a few, like I said. All right, this one. The father is considered the first college player to use the between the legs dribble as a crossover move. The father and this father son relationship is, yeah. Yeah, if you're just quick and you jump on when they get the dad, yeah, you could do this, Amit. You can get some points. Vulturum, yeah. Tim Hardaway is the guess here. Now, remember, you're half-assing me when you give me that answer. Jason Williams, Jamal Crawford. No, no, those are wrong. All right, let me give you the next guess. The son, he played for the Indiana Pacers and was coached by Larry Bird. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, it's not the Hardaways. It's not Jamal Crawford. Nope, nope, nope. It's all right. So the father, he came up with the between the legs dribble, and the son is he played for the Pacers when Larry Bird was the coach. So that's the two clues so far. None of these are right. Reggie Miller's not right. All right, I'll give you the third clue. The third clue is that the father, his college career high of 50 points was scored in Madison Square Garden at the Holiday basketball title game to defeat Bob Cousy's Eagles. Yeah, Bob Cousy was coaching. He was not playing, I don't think. So, yeah. Yeah, Mark Jackson. That's a good guess. Both Mark Jacksons. He put Mark with a C also just in case. Nope, those are all wrong. Oscar Robertson is wrong also. We'll continue. This will be the last clue, and this will give it away. The last clue is the son co-hosted an ESPN talk show called Blank and Jacoby. Yeah, there you go. That might give it away right there. Who hosted Blank and Jacoby? That show's not on anymore. They got fired. Then you will have the father-son combination. And in some ways, yeah. All right, Seymour, jumping on it. That's Jalen Rose. Now, do you guys know who Jalen Rose's dad was, who came up with the between the legs dribble? That's right. 50 points to Seymour on that one. David, you're writing this all down, right? Because I'm not. Good morning, Randolph Phillips. Good morning, beloved Raptor Freaks, most informative gang. Faith is the substance of a thing called hope for. The evidence of things not seen. Our hope is for the right players in the draft. Here to that, Randolph Phillips. There you go. Jalen Rose and Jimmy Walker. Jimmy Walker. All right, cool. I appreciate you, David, adjudicating and doing some of the work for me on the trivia. It's very helpful. All right, so Amit cleaning up the scraps and getting Jimmy Walker. And that is not dynamite. That is Jimmy Walker, Jalen Rose's father, who he never had really a relationship with, just so y'all know. But yeah, that combination is the former Raptor, Jalen Rose, and his father, Jimmy Walker. All right, the next one. These are going to get harder, y'all, just so y'all know. These are the easiest one was definitely the one with Gary and Gary's dad. All right, this first clue is this Raptor dad was on Washington the year they changed from the Bullets to the Wizards. When that franchise changed their name, their first year as the Wizards, the dad was playing on that team. So that's your first clue on this father-son combination. Yeah. Yeah. Seymour saying, I'm crushing this like a punching bag. Yeah, you go, Seymour Pape. That's right. We're talking about NBA generations and the Raptors, and we'll have some all NBA ones by the end of it too. So be ready for that. Yeah. Yeah. Antoine Jameson is not right on this one. Yeah. Who was on the Wizards when they changed the Wizards from the Bullets? At that time, you got to figure out maybe when that year was. I don't know. You got to remember around that time what dad of a Raptor was on the Wizards at that time when they switched it over. Charles Oakley's not right. Antoine Jameson's not right. These are great guesses, guys. Terry Davis. Wow. Look at Amit throwing one out there. And that is exactly right. Terry Davis is the right dad. So who is the son? There is Amit cleaning it up. Ed Davis. Now, this is the thing. Amit's going off the top of his head. And I'm very impressed that this young man realized it was Terry Davis and Ed Davis. That's right. Ed Davis and Terry Davis is the answers for this one. Not Terrence Davis, Terry Davis. Terry Davis. Yeah. Yeah. No searching today. He's just doing this off the top of his head. This is a young man who's studied the NBA and he knows what he's doing here. All right, let's keep going. The next pairing is the father holds the Oklahoma City franchise record for assists and steals, despite never ever playing a single game in Oklahoma City. Who is the father and son combination on this one? This one may be kind of simple just from that clue. I feel like that clue is very easy. the one that I just gave. Yeah. Dale Davis is not right. Not on this one. Dale Ellis? You want Dale Ellis? No. Seymour got it. Gary Payton Sr. is the holder of the assist and steals record for Oklahoma City, and Seymour's going in and getting Sun too. Now, this is the thing. David was a stickler on this one. In some ways, he's not going to accept that answer. He already told me. You have to answer it the way he is designated in his real name in the NBA at this point for a junior. He's not actually junior. So write it in correctly, or David will maybe not give you the points. He just told me this before. He's like, if they don't write it the way that they write it in the thing, then they won't get it. So we'll see how he adjudicates this. David, are you going to be a stickler and you're going to take away Seymour's Gary Payton Jr., or are you going to take it from that? Yeah. Let's see. All right. He's saying here, okay, 50 points for Seymour for Gary Payton Sr. Okay, perfect. And let's see how he judges Gary Payton the second. That's right. He's giving the 50 points to Amit because he wanted the second instead of junior on that name. So he is being a stickler about how that person actually operates with their name in real life. So, yeah, there you go. All right, there you go. He's keeping all the totals. We'll see who's where at the end of it. There, next pairing coming up right here. Let's see. Here we go. Father was selected in the Major League Baseball draft, but opted to continue playing basketball at Virginia Tech. The father was drafted in the MLB, but he stayed in college and kept playing basketball at Virginia Tech. That is the first clue in this pairing. Yeah, Seymour's laughing about it. It's the judge, man. The judge he's a stickler. Let's just put it that way. I may be nicer in some ways than David this season, just so y'all know. Y'all may find out David is very, very, very tough. Yeah. No idea. Wanted to pick up the scraps. Well, Amit, you're doing a great job, honestly. All right, Cowboy's saying Dell Curry. And he's exactly right. This is the Dell Curry question. He went to Virginia Tech, and he was drafted into the MLB, and he declined it. But this is the thing. Y'all are going to put in the names like this. See, you're just going to put in the names right like that quickly. All right. I don't know. David, you got to adjudicate this the way you want to. There are clues for which son it is. And in some ways, Amit's just going to cover both bases right there, it looks like. So we'll have to see. He even wrote it in the very proper way for Steph Curry, just in case there. Wardell Stephon Curry Jr. Yeah. So, David, your choice on how you want to adjudicate the Dell Curry question for this one. Yeah. Of course, there's a Dell Curry question on here. Yeah, of course there is. 100 points to full ass, even though he missed the Nell. Okay, so he's going to give him the that one. Wait, I think Cowboy actually got the question first. You're saying he did with the Dell up top. I see it. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, it's David. David's in charge. I'm not going to dispute him. He has got it the way he's got it. Okay, 50 points for Amit, and the answer was Seth Curry. It wasn't a Steph Curry clues for the son, just so you guys know. All right, next one. Let's see. All right, the first clue is in the 2000 finals in game 2, I stepped up with Glenn Rice after Kobe Bryant sprained his ankle and helped them the Lakers beat the Pacers. So who stepped up in game 2 of the 2000 finals when Kobe got hurt and helped take over the game and help the Lakers win? Who is that? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you searched Seth Curry's middle name. Now that, Seth Adham. Gary Payton's not right. Derek Fisher is not right. That's a great guess, Bryce Lawson, by the way. Yeah, it's not those two. Who helped Glenn Rice come up and beat the Pacers in 2000 finals and game 2 when Kobe got hurt? He couldn't play. And these guys on the Lakers stepped up. Glenn Rice and this player. All right, let's go to the second clue. Rick Fox? You're saying Fox? Fox? What is that? That's half-assing. That's what it is, full ass. That's half-assing. All right, the next clue for the Sun. I was undrafted in the 2022 draft. I played my first game against the Hawks on a 2-way contract. Okay, there you go. Yeah. You spelled Derek wrong. That is not how you spell Derek Fisher, but that doesn't matter because it's not the right answer. That's not the right answer. Luca Garza is not the right answer either, Amit, for this one. No, that's not right. Yeah, you guys aren't getting this one so far. We'll have to see. Who played in the finals? Okay, Seymour's coming in with the heat. He's got the father's name, so obviously we know who the son's name is. Yeah, Armani Brooks. That's right. Ron Harper Sr.'s son is Armani Brooks. See, he just wrote it faster. Look at how quick Ahmed is at typing. It's like Seymour knew what the next answer is, but he couldn't type it in fast enough because Ahmed snuck in, wrote Armani Brooks and Ron Harper Jr. real fast in there. Yeah, the answer was Ron Harper Sr. and Ron Harper Jr. That is the right answers on that one. Yeah. All right. David will adjudicate 50 points for Seymour and 50 points for Ahmed. There you go. So our season 3 champion is doing quite well in the new format still. Kept collecting a lot of points here. All right, let's keep going. The next pairing is the father started his pro playing career playing in Adelaide for the 36ers. So the father started his career in Australia playing for the Adelaide 36ers. Okay, that's the first clue, guys. Adelaide 36ers. The father played for them. Yeah, that I don't know. Is there any clues about who might have played in Australia at the beginning of their career? The father of the pairing. Let's see if you guys get this. Rick Brunson, Isaac coming in fast and strong and knocking it off the table right there. Former Raptor Rick Brunson getting that one. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's see who gets the sun. And Amit cleaning up the scraps. He's like, as soon as somebody gets the answer, he's like, oh, who's the person? And he writes it in real fast. Fiercey is too late, at least on my screen. I don't know if David's seeing the same thing. But yeah, this is how you got to be quick. David's saying 100 points to Isaac and Amit getting 50 for Jalen Brunson. That's right. Jalen Brunson is not a Raptor, but his father was. So he is in this pairing. So this could be the father, could be the Raptor or the son. So you got to be ready for anything in this game right now. But there are still Raptors connections, guys, that we're doing. All right. The next clue is the son has played for the Duke Blue Devils and the College Park Skyhawks. The son has played for the Duke Blue Devils and the College Park Skyhawks. Yeah. Dave, Cowboy really likes the questions today, David. There you go. The son has played for the Duke Blue Devils and the College Park Skyhawks. Gary Trent Sr. is not right. Not on this one. Nope. All right, let me give you another clue. The father, this Raptors championship ring holder, ended his NBA playing career on the Seattle Supersonics. There you go. That's a big clue right there. The father is an NBA champion with the Raptors. So that should be enough to get this father-son pair. Cam Reddish is not right. No, it's not. Jalen Johnson is not right. Rowan Barrett is not right. No. All right, which son? Yeah, Tyler Hansbrough? No, that's not right either. All right, let me go another clue then, guys, since you're figuring it out. The son hit a huge basket for the Hawks and beat the Raptors at the last second a year or so ago. Yeah, who was that? And I could even say the last clue, and you guys will get it right away. The father got fired in a wrong way by the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, that's pretty easy right there at that point. Yeah. All right. Let's see how people get it for this one. Y'all better write these names in correctly. Amit is a fast typer, and y'all are not quick enough. You all are not quick enough. That's part of the reason why Amit wins this is because he's and y'all are like this dude's all right. So let's see how David adjudicates on this one. It is Adrian Griffin and his son AJ Griffin. It are the answers. So yeah, if you write it the right way, you'll get it. Yeah. Wasn't sure if AJ was acceptable or not. Would it have been? Well, that's up to David. I don't know. We'll see how he does it. He'll look at everybody and when they wrote them in, and he'll write them in who he thinks gets which points. So yeah, my typing skills are my only index fingers. That's what I was figuring. Like, this is Kareem. It's like Dana's middle finger salute. Kareem's pointer finger typing. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's see. 50 points for Amit, for Adrian. Okay, actually, AJ. Yeah, we'll see how he's doing this. He's going to write all these totals down because I'm not keeping track of how he's scoring this. He's going to give me the points totals later. And he's going to say 25 each to Fiercey and Amit because he can't decide. Why is that? Because you can't see which one's in which order? Or is it because she did it the right way? Okay, I'm just going to let David do it the way he's going to. So, yeah. There you go. So there you go. This is how it's going to be, y'all. Yeah. In some ways, David is the final say. In some ways, if I don't want to dispute him. Seriously, he's in charge. So whatever he's saying, y'all are getting for points. He's keeping track of it. He's going to give me the points totals at the end of the day. So we'll see how it is. All right, let's see. Yeah, Adrian Griffin Jr. is not technically the right name totally, because David said he wants to use the name that they're known by. Yeah, and Fiercely wrote AJ. Okay, and Mo can decide. I don't care. I don't care, David. You just make all final decisions today. You are in charge. You're the final say. I'm not going to dispute anything you rule right now. It's your perception and how you want to do it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. All right. The next one. All right. Remember, now that one wasn't, that was a Raptors related one, but obviously it was the coach, Adrian Griffin, that was related. So in some ways, y'all need to open and broaden your minds for these ones that are coming up because they're tough. These are really hard. These are the advanced ones coming up right now. All right. Here's the first clue. The Sun had an NBA career that consisted of 5 games with the Knicks. The Sun had an NBA career that consisted of 5 games playing for the New York Knicks, and that was it. That's all he did in the NBA. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh man, look at Ahmed. Look at this. What are you doing, Ahmed? What are you doing? What are you doing, Ahmed? You think it's Leo Routins? The Sun only played 5 games for the Knicks? You just know this off the top of your head? Because that's pretty impressive. Because Leo Routins is one of the answers for this question. And yeah, this is the Routins. So there's still points on the board, y'all. Come on now. Come on now. Ahmed's just killing. He's very good at trivia, obviously. He doesn't have to look stuff up. He can still get these. So yeah, and there he goes. He puts in the other name. Those are the 2 names I was looking for on this one. Andy Routins only played 5 games for the New York Knicks. And as I said, I wanted anything Raptors related. So the question was the Routins, Leo and Andy. So yeah, Ahmed, cleaning up. Yeah, I was just guessing. I didn't think that was right. No, that is exactly right. Sometimes when you guess like that, you're exactly right, Ahmed. So I won't even read the rest of the clues. He got it right away. In some ways, that's kind of impressive, David, that he knew that Andy Routins only played 5 games for the Knicks, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, Kareem saying Ahmed is fucking unstoppable. Yeah. You're lucky. You have Seymour saying you're lucky. I have to unload this trailer. Sheriff, so funny. Yeah. Rice is saying I don't even know who that is. Andy Routins. I don't even know who that is. David wants a dunk for Seymour. Yeah, I'll do that. It's in the middle of it. That's so funny. That is so funny. Yeah, Seymour, you're getting a dunk. You're at 86, my guy. 86. Hilarious stuff. All right, let's keep going. The next question. All right, this is really tough. You guys, whoever gets this one, David, you might want to consider this one to be the 200-point question. Seriously. All right, the first question is, the dad was mostly known as a Rocket and a Spur. That is the first clue. The dad was mostly known as a Rocket and a Spur. That's not really going to give you enough. So let's see. Yeah. No. Andy Routins was on preseason, maybe. Yeah, he came into camp and he tried to make the 905 and he didn't do it. Matt Bonner is not the right answer here. The dad is most known as a Rocket and a Spur. Yeah, where's Smooth? If there's Rockets questions, he should be involved. Matt Bonner is not right. All right, that is not right for this one. All right, I'll give you guys a second clue. The Sun played for the Raptors for 63 games in the 2013 season. The Sun played for the Raptors 63 games in the 2013 season. Robert Ory's not right. Danny Green is not right. Those are fairly good guesses, I guess. Let's go to the third clue on this one because I have a feeling you guys are going to need all the clues on this one. The father is an important coach and mentor to many people in the NBA, partly because of his struggle with alcoholism and how he overcame it. So the father is a coach who had alcoholism and he overcame alcoholism, and he's been somebody who's been around the league for a long, long time after that. All right, let's see. Look at this. Okay, Isaac, I think you might need to write this in a better way, and you might have gotten it. Yeah, let's see. Smooth knows the answer because he does know his Houston Rockets. Let's just make sure David adjudicates this on the right way because the answer is John Lucas. But this is the thing. It's not John Lucas, just John Lucas. You have to understand the generations of this, Smooth, and the proper naming. Now, he was known just as John Lucas, David. I will say that in the league, the father is just known as John Lucas. And in some ways, Isaac has not written that completely right, but he has. So maybe you adjudicate this how you want. That is the father-son pairing we're talking about. John Lucas III played for the Raptors in 2012, and that's the right answer. So let's see. I don't know. I got a text on my phone. So, David, you call it how you want to call it. 100 points for Isaac and 100 points for Smooth. There you go. There you go. I like it. All right. So he's just giving them straight up 100 points for each. Yeah. Yeah. Amit's got you crying. Yeah. He's insane. He's a elite fingers. The dude dances like Fred Astaire across the keyboards, and he's way too young to know who Fred Astaire is. But he probably does know who Fred Astaire is. Oh man. All right. This is good stuff. I'm really glad y'all got the John Lucas one. And I'm glad Smooth was involved in it. Because like honestly, John Lucas is a big rocket in the history of the Rockets. All right. This is gonna be interesting, y'all. I have two questions now. That these next two questions are not father-son combinations. These are grandfather and son combinations. So get ready to be blown away. There are some Raptor related grandfather and son combinations in the history of the NBA, and we're going to do them right now. The first one is the first clue is the granddad was a mentor and friend to Wilt Chamberlain. The granddad was a mentor and friend to Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah, yeah. And the grandson, he played tight end in the NFL for the Buffalo Bills. Wow, wow, that's tough. That is tough. Yeah, Wayne Embry's a great guess. It's not right. Bill Russell is not right either. Those are too easy in some ways. Yeah, this is interesting. This is not a very well-known grandfather, just so you know. You're going to have to get it through the grandson. So the clues were he's a friend and mentor to Wilt. So that means he was older than Wilt, the grandfather, and the grandson played tight end in the NFL for the Buffalo Bills. So yeah, that's tough. Fiercey knows who the grandson is. She's gotten the grandson. The grandson is Ish Wainwright. Ish Wainwright did play tight end for the Buffalo Bills, and that's exactly right. Now y'all got to figure out what his grandfather's name was. That was a mentor to Wilt Chamberlain. Isn't that crazy? Also, Ish Wainwright's grandfather was the first black starter in Kansas Jayhawk University history. There's another one right there. His grandfather was the first black guy who started for the Kansas Jayhawks, the team of Obaji and Dick. Yeah, there you go. No, you can't search it, Amit. There you go. Bryce got it. Maurice King is the name. There you go. Yeah, in some ways, Amit, let's just go off the top of your head. So, yeah, all right. We'll see how David adjudicates this one. Well, I think it looks like Fiercey got the grandson and Bryce has gotten the grandfather. And telling you, Maurice King, that's a tough name to know on this one. 75 for both. All right, there you go. Good stuff. All right, there's one more grandfather grandson combination in Raptors history. We'll start with a clue for the grandfather. The grandfather of this future Toronto Raptor played for the Rochester Royals. Wow. That is going way back. Rochester Royals, that's like 40s, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. 40s. Seriously. All right. The clue for the son is I was also the grandson. I was also a pitcher, and I was drafted by the Chicago Cubs in 1994. Okay. Let's see who can get this one. Wayne Embry's not right. Oscar Robertson's not right on this one. Danny Ainge is not right. These are good guesses, though, Amit. Very good guesses. All right. I'll go with the next. Grady Dick is not right. The next clue is the grandfather was a Michigan Wolverine, and he played in his career for the Oshkosh All-Stars and the Toledo Jim White Chevrolets. I just wanted to say those team names. I'm like, this granddad's playing a long time ago because he's playing for the Oshkosh All-Stars and the Toledo Jim White Chevrolets. Like, is that a car? They were driving white cars or something like that? I don't understand this. This is crazy. Ed Mikan and George Mikan? No. What are these team names? I know, Fiercey. This guy, the granddad was on the Oshkosh All-Stars and the Rochester Royals. Well, the last clue will give it away to you guys. So don't worry. I'm going to give you that last clue right now. Because you guys are struggling on this one. This may be the hardest question, seriously. The grandfather questions were hard. All right, the last question, the clue is, this former UNC Tar Heel tragically passed away at the end of last year. And that should give it away right there. That should give it away right there, who the grandson is. And then, boom, somebody's got to figure out who the grandfather's name is. Yeah, that should give it away right there. This UNC Tar Heel, former Raptor, Passed away. You can't half-ass me, Stargate. You can't half-ass me on that. Seriously, this is what we keep saying. That's why his name is full ass. Is you got to write the whole name. Yeah, you got to write the whole name. We'll see how David adjudicates on this. Yeah, we'll see how he adjudicates on this. Now we got to figure out what the grandfather's name is. Yeah. Okay. Fiercey's fixture spelling correction. Yeah. Eric Montross is the grandson. His grandfather played in the NBA for the Oshkosh All-Stars and the Rochester Royals, y'all. I bet y'all didn't know that Eric Montross had a grandfather that played in the NBA. Yeah. Yeah. So we got to find out his name now. In some ways, this needs to be looked up, just so y'all know. Yeah. Fiercey gets 50 for getting Eric Montross. You want to search it so bad. What's up, Brian? Brian's here. Scott Montross is not right. Alan Tam saying congratulations to Florida. Yeah, whatever. Alan Tam, bam, son. Y'all coming in here and busting up our trivia. Good to see you, King. Good to see you, King. And I appreciate you, man. All right, we're doing Tuesday trivia right now. It's hilarious right now. We're finding out who is the name of Eric Montross's grandfather that played in the NBA. This is crazy. Bam, son. Alan Tam, bam, son. Somebody's going to have to look this up because nobody's going to know this off the top of their head. Amit, you really want to go look it up? Who can look this up faster? What is Eric Montross's grandfather's name? All right, he's put it in because he looked right away. John Townsend is the name of Eric Montross's grandfather who played for the Rochester Royals in the 40s. Yeah, there you go. David knew. See, in some ways, Amit's like a Charles Oakley. He's a garbage man. He's going to go get that offensive rebound and put it back. That ball didn't go in the hoop. He's going to go clean it up, put it in there. Yeah, booyaka, booyaka. Yeah, there you go. All right, Amit's doing very well today. I'm very proud of our season 3 trivia champion defending his title quite well in season 4 so far. We'll see what the numbers are at the end of it. Classic card numbers are going to be high this year too. All right, next combination. Now, guys, the last 6 are all NBA. They're not Raptors related. They can be anybody in the history of the NBA at any time. So this is going to get a little harder because the scope of what the answers could be are not just Raptors related. These are father-son connections throughout the history of the NBA with any team. So be ready on this one. Yeah, no, you're fine, Almit. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're playing exactly perfect. Seriously, you're doing really good off the top of your head, and you're helping me when we're in trouble. And that John Townsend was going to be trouble. Trust me. That was going to be trouble. All right, here's the first clue for the next pair. The father coached the WNBA Los Angeles Sparks. There you go. The father coached the Sparks at one point. Yeah. David's saying you're doing great, Amit. In some ways, he's the one you got to watch out for. I'm just the mouth. He is the one who's judging. And then he's the one he's going to be like, Amit, no. Let's see. All right. Derek Fisher is the guess on this one. Whose father coached the LA Sparks, guys? Yeah, Michael Cooper. No. Derek Fisher. No. These aren't right. All right. You guys want this next clue? Oh, look at Amit jumping in here. I think he might have gotten it now. Joe Bryant. Okay. He did coach the LA Sparks. Yeah. So I guess we know what the other answer is right here. Yeah, he's going to run in and put Kobe Bryant in too. Yep, this question was the Bryants. In some ways, this one was maybe too easy, just because it's Kobe Bryant and his dad. So 75 points for Joe Bryant and 50 points for Kobe. Yeah, that's pretty impressive because, Kobe's dad did coach the Sparks for a little while, just so y'all know. There you go. All right, the next one. We only have 5 more left, guys. All right, the father played for the Portland Trailblazers, the San Antonio Spurs, and the LA Lakers. The father played for the Blazers, the Spurs, and the Lakers. Yeah. Amit's happy he got his GOAT, Kobe, on that one. Yeah. Brian Hossein saying maternal grandfather, John Townsend. That's right. That's what the answer was there. Robert Horry is not the right answer on this one. That's a good guess, guys. You guys think it's Robert Horry. It's not Robert Horry. All right, let me give you a clue for the son. The son played 3 seasons in college with Washington State. The son played at his college at Washington State. So I don't know if that's enough to give it away yet. Yeah, Scottie Pippen is not right. You guys are filling up the answers. This is good because in some ways, this is how we're going to get it. It's from the answers. Look at this. Holy crap. Amit, did you know this off the top of your head? Seriously, you going off the top of your head because you just knew that Klay Thompson played at Washington State? Yep. He's saying, yeah. All right, David, adjudicate as you shall. That is the pairing we were looking for. Michael Thompson and Clay Thompson. Yeah, he knew Clay went to Washington State. Amit is a cheat code. Well, I'm just saying, we got to have a trivia team. Amit may be our MVP. We got to come into NBA trivia game show and we're like, we'll bring in Amit. And we're like, who's this kid? He's not going to know anything about the history of the NBA. Oh, he does. He knows a lot about it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're better at this than at guessing. There you go. That's what I'm saying, man. You didn't need to do it the way you were doing it last season. It's obvious you could do it without doing it that way. Very cool. I'm very impressed, seriously, in some ways. Amit needs to be on Jeopardy. Yeah, I could probably get behind that. All right, let's keep going. We still have 4 more answers, 4 more questions. All right, the next one. The father was drafted by the Baltimore Bullets. The father was drafted by the Baltimore Bullets. Bullets. Our little genius. NBA Jeopardy. That's right. I think they've had an NBA Jeopardy show before. So whose father was drafted by the Bullets? The Baltimore Bullets, not even the Washington Bullets. You're going to say Manute and Bol. That's an interesting guess. That's not a bad guess. Manute and Bol, but that's not right. The second clue is the son is a 5-time NBA All-Star. The son is a 5-time NBA All-Star. Bol is not that, so we know that's not right. Baltimore and Washington. Yeah, the Bullets were in Baltimore for a little while before they went to Washington. Muggsy Bogues. What a great guess, Isaac Campbell. But no, it's not Muggsy. Tyrone Bogues. Yeah, we love Muggsy. Yeah. Kareem? What? Muggsy? What? No. All right, let's keep going. The next clue is the son won an NBA championship with LeBron James. The son won an NBA championship with LeBron James. I'll tell you the other clue, and it'll give it away. The other clue is very easy if I do. All right, Amit. Look at Amit. All right, yeah. Kevin Love did win a championship with LeBron James, and that is the answer I'm looking for. So Kevin Love is the son in this father-son pairing. So there you go. Kevin Love is the right answer. Amit is undefeated right now. He's just cleaning up, y'all. Cleaning it up. The next clue is this guy, the father is a brother to a Beach Boy. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Stan Love is the answer, and Fiercey got the father, though. So, yeah, Stan Love is the name of his father. There you go. Fiercey's getting it, David. So you can adjudicate, and I hope you're writing all these point totals down because I'm not. I have no idea. And me going back through this stream to figure out how to score this would be a nightmare. Let's just put it that way, David. So you better have this all right and correctly written down. Yeah. Kareem saying, at this point, I'm just frustrated. Amit is too nice with it. Go ahead, young bull. Fiercey gets 50, and Amit gets 50 for that one. All right, 2 more, I think. 2 more. Oh, no, 3 more. All right, the next one is the father amassed over 15,000 points and 7,000 rebounds in his career in the NBA. The father amassed over 15,000 points and 7,000 rebounds when he played in the NBA. All right. Let's see if there's any answers. Bill Russell. No, not Bill Russell. Just take a couple stabs in the dark. Wilt Chamberlain. No. See, part of it is Amit firing a lot of shots. You don't make any shots if you don't shoot. Wayne Embry. No. Scottie Pippen. No. All right. The next clue. The son wore an 1984 Suns jersey at the 2018 NBA dunk contest. The son wore a 1984 Suns jersey. That may give a little bit of a clue there. Seriously, Kevin Garnett is not right. No, it is not. It is not right. And no, it isn't Scottie Pippen. No, it is not. No, it is not. Why would the son wear a 1984 Phoenix Suns jersey in the dunk contest? Kenyon Martin is not right either. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is not right either. Oh, look at Amit coming in. He's figured it out. It's Larry Nance and Larry Nance Jr. And that is right. That is exactly right. Larry Nance, also known as a hot rod drag race driver. He drives drag races. Yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, Larry Nance Jr. wore his father's son's jersey from the first NBA dunk contest in the history of the NBA to an homage to his father in a dunk contest in recent years. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. 50 each for Ahmed on that one. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see the totals after this first day of the new era of trivia with David in charge. All right, there's two more pairs. This is the next one. The Sun won back-to-back NCAA championships as a starter with the Florida Gators. The Sun won back-to-back NCAA championships with the Florida Gators. Yeah. Yeah. Was Larry Nance Jr. on the Cavs or Lakers at the time? I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. Kyle Guy is not right. It's not right. La 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 la. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't care where Larry Nance Jr. played. I really don't. Let's see. Bradley Beal is not right. He's just naming Florida Gators off the top of his head at this point. All right. I may give you a clue and it's going to give it away right away. David, this clue for the father is easy. It's going to make it very easy for them. So we're going to just say it here. The father is the first Dominican born player to play in the NBA. That should give it away right there. That should give it away right there. And certain people should know this, like Fiercey. Fiercey should know this one now. He's the first Dominican player to ever play in the NBA. There she goes. I told you she knew it, but that's not the right answer. You got to get his right name. That's not the right answer, though, because that's not his name. That's not his name. Al Horford Jr. is not right either. You guys got to write it right, Fiercey. I know you're like scrambling. You're like, write it right. Write it right, and you'll get the points. David will give it to you. All right. So, David, you adjudicate this how you want to. The father's name is Tito Horford, and there is no Al Sr. or Jr. It's Tito Horford and Al Horford are the two names. So the seniors and junior answers are not right. Tito Horford is the right answer, and Al Horford is the other right answer. So, David, you figured it out. 50 for Fiercey for Tito and 50 for Amit for Al. Okay, that's a fair way to do it. Thank you, Judge, for coming through on that. Here's the last one for today. I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Here we go. The Sun was selected in the 2016 draft and packaged in a trade with Oladipo for Serge Ibaka on that draft night. The Sun was traded on draft night for Serge Ibaka along with Victor Oladipo. Yeah. Amit, you're going to just have to let David adjudicate. David, Amit's getting this one right away. Domantas Sabonis. Yeah, that's exactly right. And Arvydas is the other one. Yeah. So that's the last one. Domantas and Arvydas Sabonis are the last father-son pairing. So we're just doing this in honor of Del Curry on his birthday, a father who has two sons in the NBA, and we're just doing generational trivia. And we learned some things today, like Eric Montross's grandfather played in the NBA, and I don't know if anybody knew that. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, guys. Good job, David, writing these questions. I think that we got some really good feedback from this. Expect the unexpected this season on Raptor Freak Trivia. We're going to switch up the formats, and it may be a little bit weird like this. Some things worked today very well. Some things maybe didn't work as well as we hoped. But I don't know. I'm going to talk to David afterwards, have a production meeting, and we'll talk about how it went and what we liked and see what we carry on with going forward in the trivia. So next week, it could be a completely different format, y'all. It could be very, very different, and your feedback matters. So let us know how you felt about today's trivia and what you thought. Yeah. David saying, Ahmed saying, I like this. Stargate saying you forgot Dolph and Danny Shays. We couldn't do all of the combinations. In some ways, I wanted to have a majority of them Raptors related, so I made it like 2/3 Raptors, and then there were some extra ones that were just general NBA at the end. And there's so many more father-son combinations throughout the whole history of the NBA. You could talk about Harvey Grant and the Grant, Jeremy Grant. You know, there's so many. There's so many. But yeah, we did fathers and sons today. Yeah, there we go. David saying feedback and criticism welcome. Just learning here. Yeah, well, it sounds like it was great. Like Full Ass is saying, Fiercely saying, Lex, rank the Curry brothers. The best shooter is Steph, but what are Seth's attributes? Seth's a great shooter too. In fact, one of the clues David had on here that I didn't get to read is Seth Curry's one of the best percentage three-point shooters in the history of the NBA. And people don't realize that. Seth Curry is. Yeah, Fiercely thinks it was fun. Seth is a better person. I would say Seth has a higher three-point percentage than Steph. That's actually crazy and is true. Yeah, better the younger brother than, yeah. 8th all time. Great job, David. There you go. Cowboys dapping David for a good job today. All right, let's get into the normal business, other stuff. Move a little past the trivia right now. Yeah, let's see. All right, first of all, let's do Leo's life tips. Leo's saying, "Good morning. Coffee makes me smile. Cheers." And his words of wisdom are: a smile is the shortest distance between two people. I like that. A smile is the shortest distance between two people. So if you're running into somebody on the street, a stranger, if you're meeting somebody for the first time, a great way to start it off is with just a smile and eye contact with the person to their face. Yeah. Yeah. Seth is a very good shooter. That's true, Stargate. Amit's saying, but what's the volume of threes? Got to take that into effect. Yeah. And Daniel's here. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. Good morning to you. Good to see all the new subscriptions recently coming in to say hi. And Fiercely saying, okay, Scotty soon to get paid. Yeah. All right. We'll talk about this. In some ways, I don't. Once again, when Woj bombs this intends or is going to happen, I'm not doing it until it happens. In some ways, the Scotty thing, we knew this was going to happen. I told Scotty in 2022 on his Twitch stream, Scotty, we're going to pay you the most money we can pay you when we can. And this is when this is happening. That, this is no weird subterfuge, no weird like playing games with Scott Barnes. No, Masai came and sat down with him and Bill Duffy on Sunday, and they cranked it all out. They've already got it all worked out. It's just got to be signed on July the 7th. And that is the day they will do it. So, yeah, it's all good and it's all gravy. And I love seeing the support from Scotty's support system coming out saying stuff like, you don't know where this kid came from. And you got to understand what this means for him. This is huge. And I agree. In some ways, I worry about Scott getting paid and not working as hard all of a sudden. I don't know if I should worry about that with him. In some ways, I shouldn't. I should never doubt him. In some ways, he's been around Siakam. He's seen Siakam with the big bag and how he still shows up first thing in the morning and does what he does. In some ways, Scott is basketball. And in some ways, I don't worry about him loafing just because he's getting that big bag this summer. In some ways, we need to watch this, though, just in case. He had such a crazy good growth from last summer into last season to an all-star berth that he needs to continue to build on that. And don't stop, Scott, just because you got the money now. You need to keep going. And I know you will. I know you will, my guy. I know you will. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cowboys got Scotty on blast. You guys really want to celebrate this getting paid? You know, the crazy thing is that almost all these guys on the Raptors are celebrating Scotty getting paid too. And that in some ways shows how popular he is, how much the guys on the team love him, that they're so happy for him to get that money. If he was a jerk, you think RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, Grady Dick, Chris Boucher, Javon Freeman Liberty, like all these teammates of him are putting his contract on blast right now and saying, go get it, Scotty. You know, if there was jealousy between RJ and Scott or any of these guys, no, they're happy for Scott. And they're like, you go, Scotty Barnes. So I love that. I love that so much. Chris Boucher celebrating Scotty getting that big contract on his Instagram. Let's go look at it real quick, actually. Let's go look at the Instagram stories. First, we got Mr. New York City in the gym working out. I believe he's still around Miami, Florida, somewhere down there. He may have came up to New York. He may be working out in New York. He's still identifying as a Toronto Raptor. Let's see if he's in Summer League in Vegas wearing the red for the Raptors. I hope he is. I really do. He's putting on blast John Wall. He's saying John Wall has been quoted recently saying, I just want to be in an NBA jersey again because I know how much the game means to me. And Marquise is adding, my dog been working. That door is about to explode open. I don't know. In some ways, this man might be Kemba Walker, the next one this year, going to Europe. Because in some ways, nobody wanted your ass, John Wall. In some ways, nobody's wanted your ass for like 2 or 3 years now, honestly, on the down low. It's just you were on contract. And the Clippers were humoring you. And, well, in some ways, like, dude, if you find a place, that's great. But in some ways, also, the way you played, the way your career has been, in some ways, I could see you not be in the NBA again. Marquise believes in you. He says you're working hard. But in some ways, unless you drastically change your psychology of how you approach the game and what you're trying to do with your game, I don't think there is a place for you in the NBA. And I would say you probably do need to go to Turkey or France or Spain or something like that, John Wall, and go get that money. But, hey, I don't know. Maybe Marquise knows because he's been working out with him. I don't know. Here's one of our answers for today's trivia is Gary Trent Sr. is showing something in Latin America. He's showing this crazy tree that can walk 2 to 3 meters every day. So, yeah, look out. There's a tree in South America, is a walking palm tree, and Gary Trent Sr. has it on blast on his Instagram stories. That could have been the clue. There's Grady's celebration of Scotty Barnes getting the contract. He's saying, "Yowzers, congrats, your boy Scotty. Need that ticket to Wicked now." See, everybody wants to go to Wicked. I went to Wicked on Saturday with Adriana. It was amazing. I saw Mogi in the seats behind me. So yeah, there was a Raptors player at the Wicked broadcast when I was there, and now Grady's saying I got to go to Wicked, and the tickets prices are a little high. So maybe he's saying, "Scotty, will you buy my ticket, or will you get me comp with David Mervish, please?" I'm sure he would. He could, because he is best pals with David Mervish, Scotty Barnes. So Grady, get that Wicked ticket and go see Wicked. I saw it on Saturday. It was great. Grady's also got something on Culture and Creators, Innovators, and Leaders Awards. There's an awards ceremony coming up. And he's saying happy birthday to his friend Isaiah Charles also in his comments. Superfan Mo's putting Vince Carter's podcast on blast. He's talking about when he got drafted by the Raptors and how he was confused when the Raptors drafted his friend Antoine Jameson, because he was under the understanding that he had not worked out for the Raptors, Antoine. So why the hell would they draft his friend? Well, because we're about to turn around and switch and trade for you, my guy, and you're going to be a Raptor, Vince Carter. So he's going on his draft memories. You know what? For me to forgive Vince Carter, I have to have a sit down with him. If we could get, Masai, seriously, if you have an ear to my channel, I'm going to say this right now. I represent the old fans that hate Vince Carter still. If you could get me a sit down with Vince Carter where we could talk this out, I could try and broker things where my people like me that absolutely detest Vince Carter and do not want to celebrate him this season with a jersey retirement, put me in a room in an interview with him so I can ask him questions and tell him exactly how I feel. And if he can talk to me and say some of things the right way, maybe we could get to a place where I'm okay with him, because I'm all about healing. But right now, I'm still very anti-Vince. In some ways, I'm bracing for a season where he's going to get celebrated. And I just, in some ways, if you want to heal the wounds of the past, somebody like me needs to sit down and talk to him and just get the answers and get something said from the fans and how they felt at the time when he did what he did back then. Because he's saying he didn't do anything wrong, and he doesn't feel like anything is like he wouldn't do anything different. Well, maybe you need to talk to me, Vince, and you can understand it from the fans' perspective in the whole situation. And then maybe you could come correct with an apology. Maybe you could come correct with a little bit better of an olive branch towards the fans that absolutely detest your ass and still hate you to this day, like I do. That's what I'm saying, Vince. You want to get a peace talk with me? We can probably broker a deal, but you need to come correct and you need to be humble about it, because you were wrong. You were wrong, just so you know. Yeah. All right. There was some news and dealings yesterday with Raptors coaching staff. We were announced the new 905 coach, and I was wrong. I was thinking it was going to be Evo, but it's going to be Drew Jones. Drew Jones is a great pick because Drew Jones is a coach. He's been coaching for years now, and he understands how to coach. Eric Curry was sitting in an office. He didn't know what he's doing. He's learning how to coach at the same time. No, we don't need that. Drew Jones is a great choice. He's a big man coach. So in some ways, I'd like to see us get more big men on the 905 level and let Drew Jones develop them up for Darko. So fantastic choice, Coach Rajakovic, on who you've designated the 905 coach for this year coming up. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about watching 905 games this season with some confidence that they may be coached better this year instead of by a pencil pusher that's got a PhD on water dynamics. So this is great. And a lot of people are saying, like Miss Moody in our Facebook chat, saying, oh, Eric Curry's going to still be on the team. He's going to be on the bench with Darko. They think it's a promotion. It's not a promotion, y'all. Once again, I will say this over and over again. The 905 job as a head coach is a lateral position to an assistant coach on the Raptors. So he's just moving sideways from a 905 head coach to assistant coach on the Raptors. There's no promotion. There's no demotion. It's just he's still in the fold as a coach in the Raptors franchise. That's all that is. Everybody's saying, oh, he's getting a promotion to the Raptors. No, because that's where he was before he coached the 905. And it's all lateral moves. There's no promotions or demotions. Eric did okay while he was that. I say he did okay. I'm being very kind. And now he's going to do what he does best for Darko on the backbench as an analyst, a stat guy, as an egghead, doing the computer stuff like Brittany Donaldson used to do in our championship year. So that's a great thing. Eric Curry's very useful for our franchise. He's a Masai Ujiri Golden Boy who absolutely loves him, and he's going to have him around because he's a good quality person that works hard and does a good job. He's just not a good G League head coach. That's all I got to say on that. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. Thank you, Monique, for bringing up the news on your Instagram stories about the changes in our coaching staff. Very, very good. Yeah. RJ Barrett celebrating Scotty getting that money on his Instagram stories and also showing an event that's coming up, NBA Infinite Courtside Creators Showdown with RJ Barrett, June the 24th. That was yesterday at 11 p.m. Pacific time. So hopefully maybe somebody caught that. I don't know if anybody did. Siakam's got on blast PS43 Foundation. It's a giveaway. He's going to be giving away some stuff for school people going into school. Raptors are celebrating Pride Month on their official Raptors admin account on Instagram. Gary, listen to this. Thad Young has posted Scotty's news of his contract that's coming up. Look at that. Yeah, he's got the Rockets shooting up with money. And Thad Young, an old vet mentor to Scotty in his first few years in the NBA, even though he's not anything to do with Scotty at this point, is still showing love and respect for young Scott. That if anybody thought that Thad Young and Scotty had a problem because they had a beef at halftime a couple years ago, well, look at that. Thad Young is so proud of Scotty getting this big contract. And I'm sure Scotty appreciates Thad Young showing it that way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about right now. We're looking at our guy, Jeff Landicho. He has got something posted on his Instagram stories about Giants of Africa events. And there was a speaking engagement recently with Masai and them. And he's got it all on blast. African conference. And it's great stuff to see. Jeff, I will be checking your Instagram if you put stuff up there. Lloyd, of course, what about Lloyd is celebrating his friend Scotty's big news about the $270 million 5-year contract. Yes, sir, broski, is what about Lloyd saying. There's Chris Boucher putting it on blast on his Instagram. He loves Scotty, and he's happy for him. Scotty putting him his moment was Adam Silver when he got drafted. He's got these eyes. He's celebrating it with Emmanuel Quickly posting his announcement. KJ saying getting paid. People don't know where you came from. Highest paid player in Raptors history. This is going to be what Scotty Barnes is going to be. Keep grinding. All of his friends showing support. He's reposting Grady. He's reposting Remy workouts. He's reposting everybody who put this on blast. RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly. There you go. And Brian Macon, too, with him dancing on the sideline and so happy. His trainer, Brian Macon, working so hard with Scotty. And finally, he's getting that big payday, that big, huge payday. I know Scotty is very, very proud of it. Don't stop. You got it out of the mud. Now you got the big bag, Scott. Don't stop working. Don't stop grinding. Your life is b-ball, and you know that. You're going to keep going. And Manuel's saying dinner is on you, my boy Scotty. God is good. And that's right. God is being very good to Scotty Barnes at this point. There you go. There's Emmanuel working out this morning. He's on the bench, and he's lifting the big, heavy barbells. And, man, Emmanuel's a strong guy. I'm looking forward to him being the starting point guard for the Toronto Raptors for the years to come. There you go. There's your Instagram stories for this morning. All kinds of fun stuff, mostly celebrating Scotty's contract news. That's right. Brian's saying alley-oop to all you guys supporting Lex, and I appreciate you guys supporting To The Point. Yeah, I hope you got a little bit of a subscription bump from coming in and saying hi to everybody the other day, Brian. Man, and seriously, I'm a little busy right now, but I do want to come around near the beginning of the season and appear on your show once again. I love being on your show. It's just I don't want to be on there too often, like I told you that time. It's like maybe once a year, maybe twice a year sometimes could be okay. Once at the beginning of the season, maybe sometime during the middle of the season, I can come back too. Fiercely saying, Lex, can you address Dana unable to access the chat? Can there be troubleshooting done? It's unfortunate she can't engage with us in the stream. She's saying that again in the Facebook chat right now. All right. Dana, I'm going to say this right now. If you're watching me, make sure you're subscribed to the channel on the account you're on. Because if you are not subscribed, you cannot write in the chat. So make sure you click the subscribe button on the particular account that you're on. That could be the problem because only subscribers can talk in the chat. I've looked on the block list and you're not on the block list. So that's the only way that you're not able to chat is because you're not actually subscribed on the account that you're on. So that's what I think it is. It's that. It's I don't know. I went on my side and I looked all over the place for what is happening with Dana, and it is not anything with the channel. So she's got to go ahead and check and see if she's actually subscribed on the account she's using right now. It could be that she has two different YouTube accounts and one of them was subscribed and that one can come into the chat. But if she's on a different account and it's not subscribed to the channel, she can't chat. You have to be a subscriber to write into the chat. So we got to check her on that. Yeah, it's unfortunate she can't engage. I know. We love Canadian Dana. We need her two-finger salutes. And I don't know what's going on. I want to help her, though. There's nothing we did. We're not trying to block her out. We love her. It's just she's got to figure it out. Yeah, David said, what? No way. Yeah, alley-oop to Brian. All right, we'll give King Hussein alley-oop once again. Where is Brian? I know Brian's on here. There he is right there. He's got a 7 now. He's got that Groat 7. Boom goes the dynamite. Yeah, I don't know how to give an alley-oop to everybody, Brian. You got to understand, there's a lot of people here, and to do that may take me like 10 minutes. So, yeah, you got to call them out like Cowboys doing for you. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying. All right, here we are. We're at Stargate. Exactly, Lex. We knew they were going to throw the bag at him. Not surprising. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. You know who's surprised is the idiots down south. Yeah, they post this on NBA Canada. Yeah, Canadians understand, but they posted on NBA on TNT, and there's all these Americans like, why are they overpaying him? Who is this guy? I didn't think he was that good. It's because the media down there don't give him the correct attention. They don't cover the Raptors properly. Y'all can think the Raptors are overpaying for Scotty Barnes, but you are sorely mistaken. In some ways, they're like, yeah, why are they paying this guy? He's nothing. He's nobody. That's because he's not getting the proper coverage in the United States, and they do not understand just how good he is. So everybody down south opining on the contract for Scotty, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So just shut your damn mouth. Because seriously, you really don't understand because the media down there doesn't cover Scotty Barnes or the Raptors correctly. So I get it. I understand why you're misinformed and you're idiots. But yeah, everybody is like, I see Celtics fans getting all big in their britches since they won the championship. There's this is a Scotty win and a Raptors fail. Scotty's taking that money from the Raptors. You're like, nah, dog, listen. This is not a fail for the Raptors. And trust me, you're going to find out in the years to come. So yeah, let them be stupid down there and think that this contract is too big and that he's robbing us. That's not the truth. Trust me, it's not the truth. And the Americans down there are stupid as fuck, is what I'll say about it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's because they don't cover it correctly. They don't understand how good Scotty is. They have not been watching him. They do not understand things. They could go look at the stats and kind of understand that way, but they're too dumb and lazy to do that. So, yeah, I don't know why Canadian Dana's having trouble getting in the chat. I want her to get in here. I hate this problem. In some ways, we got to figure this out, Dana. Come on now. Subscribe to the channel. David's saying, I was wondering where she'd been. I don't know. This happened before, too. It's like she had a period where she could be in. She's like, I don't know. Dana, you got to check your settings or something. Maybe you hit something you didn't realize. I don't know. If you hit unsubscribe, well, you can't talk on the chat. You have to be subscribed to talk on the chat. Tom saying, awesome accomplishment for our front office. Let's go, Scotty. For sure, we should be stoked as a fan nation. I mean, I am, but in some ways, I don't celebrate huge contracts because it's money. And somebody's like, whatever, he deserves it. I'm not saying this, he doesn't deserve this. But in some ways, I celebrate a championship. I celebrate an all-star. I celebrate a rookie of the year. I celebrate accomplishments in that kind of way. The money stuff is just part of the business. And in some ways, oh, this is great. In some ways, it's historic because this is the biggest contract in Raptors history. But also in the same time, it's kind of like, I don't get all overjoyed about this because I'm like, yeah, it's 25% of our salary cap, y'all. I mean, I'm just that way. I'm stingy with money in my real life. And in some ways, the big numbers, they're a turnoff. I would see a lot of fans saying, like, the numbers in the NBA are just out of control. I can't relate to NBA players anymore because it's just not even the same kind of, like, world. And that's true. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this kind of celebrating. I want to celebrate the accolades that Scotty gets. This is great. I'm proud of him, and I'm glad he's getting paid. Don't think I'm a hater. But I also think that kind of like celebrating this kind of stuff is kind of, okay, This is just the business of the sport, y'all. It's just the business of the sport. That's right. Good morning, Tom, the giant emoticon giant. David's dapping and Kareem saying, I find it effing sickening that people are posting stuff about Scotty and autism. No, this is serious. And in some ways, I'm insulted because, I'm not fully diagnosed, but I have autism myself. And in some ways, people are going to make fun of this. Well, you know what? A lot of you dumbasses that are making fun of this, you probably have it yourselves. The prevalence of autism in our society at this point is very high because there's all kinds of issues with plastics and chemicals and things in our environment. They're actually changing people's brains and making people have more higher incidences of autism. So you go ahead, jabronis. You go ahead and make fun of somebody. These kind of things. You know what? There's probably someone in your family is close to you that has this issue too. And in some ways, it's not an issue. In some ways, it's a gift. You can have very special, powerful gifts if you have autism too. So yeah, you go ahead and be stupid. It's just like the newest thing. Oh, I can't make fun of people for having Down syndrome. I can't call them the R word anymore and stuff like that. That's this is the new flavor of it. It's like, oh yeah, don't make fun of the kid with Down syndrome and say mean things of him. I'm gonna make fun of people with autism instead. It's just weak ass people needing somebody to push around and bully, and they have miserable lives themselves. Is what it is. That's what it is right there. Yeah. Kareem saying that the mere fact that this guy in the NBA is making millions and people have the audacity to make false accusations about him is absurd. All the while they sit there trying to generate likes on social media. Listen, I think Scotty might be autistic. I'm not going to say he's not. I don't know. In some ways, it's none of my business. But I could say that in some ways, this is something that people need to start saying that this is not an issue, that this isn't a problem, because it's very high functioning autistic people that do exceptional things in this world at the highest level and the most talented. It's not a negative thing. That's part of the problem is that these guys are trying to carry it as a negative thing. If Scotty's autistic, I don't care. He can be, and he could be playing at the highest level in the NBA, and it don't matter. So in some ways, this is the way we got to look at this is there's no stigma about it, about having it. I'm pretty sure I have it. I don't give a shit. I'm a very highly capable person and may have some quirks because of it. I may be OCD about it. I may be doing a stream every morning at 9:30 because of it. But in some ways, is that a bad thing? The Raptor Freak channel wouldn't be here if it wasn't for possibly me being autistic. So I want to change the whole way you look at this. It's like, is this a put down? No, it's not. Listen, the people are changing. We've been destroying our environment. We're putting so much toxins in there. Our brains are changing. In some ways, just as much as a mother, she drinks during pregnancy, it may hurt the baby in some ways. Well, our environment is hurting babies. And these kind of things also cause autism. And that's the thing people don't realize. It's not a vaccine. It's not any of that kind of shit. It's the over usage of plastics in our bodies at this point. That could be very much contributing to why there's higher incidences of autism. It's because of the bullshit that's in our environment that's way not natural or man-made anymore. So it's an interesting situation and subject. And in some ways, I'm saying, I don't know if Scotty is or not. Some people are coming at him like it's a bad thing. Well, you just chill out. In some ways, y'all are bullying. In some ways, you are like off base with that. So that's the way I look at it. Cowboys saying, alley-oop, full ass. Let's effing grow. There you go. I'm all about that. I am all about that. We'll give Kareem another dunk. He has a lot of dunks already. Let's see. He's at 176 now. 176 for Kareem. All right, next. David's saying, what don't they understand is why does it even matter? He's a hella good at ball. That's all that matters. Exactly. That's what I was just saying. The dude is good at ball. If that's your diss for him, okay. Okay. Maybe he's more organized. Maybe he gets in there and is really OCD about his workouts, and that will help him in being consistently good because he just makes sure stuff happens. I don't know. I'm not even going to say he is or not. I don't care. In some ways, this could be a real strength. And is it hurting his career? No, it's not. And all y'all people that are using it as some sort of bully technique, we get over yourselves. You wish you could even get anywhere near 270 million in your lives. And that man is living a better life than you. So you have to tear him down with some bullshit ass allegations. There you go. Cowboy saying Skipley is next. Yeah, this is true. Emmanuel needs to get his money next too. That's right. So he's saying John Wall needs to stay in Europe. He's washed. Agreed with Smooth Brown Man on this one. Fiercely saying, agree at Kareem. This joke is old and insensitive to those who actually have children or close ones dealing with autism. I don't find it funny at all. Yeah. I mean, it just shows that these people are stupid. In some ways, some of these dumbasses may be making these jokes and they actually are autistic themselves and they don't even realize it. Idiots. So, yeah, there's a lot of ignorance and dumbassery around the whole topic of autism and trying to make jokes out of it. There's all kinds of different autism. That's the thing they got to realize. There's not just the ones that are having a really hard time, like reaching across and interacting with people, like talking and saying things to each other. There's very high functioning people with autism, people like me, that in some ways I am very smart and I am very detail oriented. In some ways, if there's things in my brain that work a certain way because of the autism that actually really are very beneficial and helpful. So, we could talk about something like Rain Man, that movie with Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman. That guy was gifted and he knew how to count cards and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. People are really dumb when it comes to this. They don't understand the situation. And honestly, it's going to be more and more prevalent that people are going to understand, damn, I was making fun of this when I was a kid and now my kid has it. Yeah, that may be the justice and the karma for some of these idiots that are younger. They may grow up and have children themselves, and then they have to deal with autism in a real way because their child has it. So, yeah, it's weird how things come around sometimes for people. That's what I'll say on that. Yeah. Yeah. Kareem saying Dana couldn't make it past the bouncers this morning. Somebody got to the front and put her name on the VIP immediately. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with this. Maybe I'll give her a wrench. I don't understand why she's having so many problems with this. Trevor's had problems with this in the past too, and I don't get it. In some ways, YouTube, just get your act together and stop keeping my people out. That's right. Fiercely saying, not Lex Barfin at VC's podcast. Yeah, F that podcast. I mean, listen, seriously. I could watch his podcast and I'd be like, Vince, in some ways, he annoys the hell out of me. If I hear him talk, in some ways, I don't enjoy it. In some ways, when he's like regaling in his old times and stuff like that, I'm like, Vince, I just want to slap you, man. I seriously do. I just want to slap the shit out of him. So, yeah, get us a sit down. We could heal things real quick, Masai. You want to be able to celebrate Vince when people like me, the old school day oneers who have a problem with him still, do not like him. Well, I want to talk to him personally. I want to sit down, and I'm about the same age as him. I'm a little bit older, actually. I want to sit down and talk to Vince real quick and clear things up to a point where I can be okay with him being celebrated by the Raptors again. Because I'm not at that point, Masai. I'm not. And this could be good television. Old Raptors fan, Raptors freak, sits down with Vince, and they clear the air. Yeah, I'm going to be like, why did you do that, Vince? Seriously, why did you do that? All I want is the answers and maybe an apology as a fan, somebody who paid money to come to the games and see Vince play half-assed and only averaged 12 points on purpose. Like, why were you doing that? You're robbing us. You were robbing us, bro. You were robbing us. And in some ways, you're robbing yourself on the down low, too. Yeah, Stargate saying, I truly believe that Scotty will lead this team to a championship. Seems like the guy who wants to build a legacy rather than just be an all-time great player who won nothing. Too many of those around. No, this is true. In some ways, this is why Masai's so happy he got Scotty, because he's a different breed than the other guys. Some of these guys are just about securing the bag and boom, I'm set. No, I can tell Scotty's not like that. And this is part of why they profiled him and talked to him beforehand. That it's like, are you going to stop when you just get that big bag? Are you going to coast and be like, oh, I'm good now? No, I don't think Scotty will, because I think exactly what Stargate's saying. This guy wants to win championships. This guy wants to get all-stars. This guy wants to be one of the top faces in the league, one of the top players. Well, he's got more work to do. And in some ways, he's got to do even more work because he's on our team to carve out the notoriety that the NBA begrudgingly wants to not give him. Seriously. James is saying one more day till the draft. Let's go tomorrow. We're going to be doing the draft tomorrow night, 8 p.m. I'll have a pre-draft stream in the morning. I'm not sure exactly how I'll go about it, but we'll see. I'll see what the topic is. Stargate saying at least Drew is a real coach. Exactly. He's a real coach. And I've seen him. Like Monique wrote this in the chat. Drew Jones is one of the first coaches on the floor in the beginning of every game day. Like, I would go to games this past season and come in early because I like to go in as soon as the doors open, and I'll sit in the crowd and I'll see who's out there working out. And Drew Jones is always out there working with one of our big men. It could be let's see, who would I see him out there with all the time? I see him out there with Muhammadu. I'd see him out there with not Kelly, but and not even Jakob. In the beginning of the season, I'd see him out there with Siakam. I would see him out there with who's the other big man that we've got that's kind of like he was a big man's coach, and he's doing the work with like the guarding, like like he's doing the stuff that Jamal McGlure was doing the year before. So in some ways, he took over Jamal McGlure's big man coach kind of role, but now he's going to be the coach of the 905. It's a great hire. It's a great decision. I wasn't going to get mad about it as long as it was a guy who had coaching experience, and this guy has it. So this is good. G saying, hi, guys. My mornings have become very busy, but listen in most times and comment when I can. This trivia was fun. Good job, Alex and David. Thank you. Thank you, G. Yeah, that's a big compliment from season 1 champion, G. And in some ways, man, I know that you've gotten some cards already. So in some ways, I want to see you compete this season still, G. If you could be a repeat champion, that'd be fun. I want to see who can be the first 2-time champion, possibly. Or if we get new champions every year, I'm okay with that too. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And David's appreciating your feedback. Isaac saying, quick, Tom Duke, insert the Vince Carter pukey emoji. Isaac, I'm going to give you a dog. You're awesome, man. Yeah, Vince really is pissing me off. Like, I think it's because recently he said, I don't have anything to apologize for to Raptors fans. And, well, I'd like you to sit down and apologize to me, Vince. You can apologize to me personally. Maybe we can start somewhere. Fiercely saying, Lex, Eric Curry didn't do okay. Never mind. I was trying to be nice. Seriously. No, actually, his record was like 29 and like 39 or something. So it wasn't absolutely dreadful. I mean, it's a losing record. Let's get it that way. But yeah, in some ways, I'm just glad he's gone. Let's just be happy he's gone. And Drew Jones is going to be in charge this year. That's right. Trevor J saying, life does not always give you what you want, but if you look closely, you will see that it gives you what you need for your growth. There you go. What is this, Rolling Stones? You can't always get what you want, but you find sometimes you just might find you get what you need. Oh, yeah. All right. Trevor J's here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the classic card. Trevor J's commission, and David will adjudicate on the classic card. This is bonus points for Raptor Freak Trivia. Let's see who I got, who I pulled out of the box. Oh, wow. Okay, this is going to be fun. Let's see how this goes real quick. All right, Trevor J is the comment that I'm on, and I'll come back up and get the rest of the chat afterwards. All right, this one, you might want to be fast on this, guys. You might want to be fast on this. This guy is a former Raptor, so this is kind of easy, honestly. This is very easy. Somebody going to write this in, get that full name in. Do not half-ass it. And if you spell it correctly, that's good too. James is on it first. There you go. Look at that beautiful Sean Marion card. Very, very beautiful Sean Marion card. I don't even know what set this is, but look at the graphics on it. It looks really, really good. Yep, that's Sean Marion, the Matrix. And it's going to go to James, I believe. James is getting it. 50 points for James. That is a pretty easy classic card. But yeah, good stuff. That's a beauty card. If anybody wants this card, you can get it at one of the Raptor Freak Hangouts coming up in the future. It'll be in my box of cards here that I bring to events, and you guys can claim it if you want it. Yeah, there you go. That's a pretty nice card there. Wayne saying, what? We have 19, so realistically, we're day 2. We have 19. It'll be drafted on Wednesday night, and then our first pick, our second pick, will be the first pick on the second day at 4 p.m. for 31. So yeah, that's where we're picking. Stargate saying, "Hey Lex, a little birdie told me that the Raptors are still looking seriously at Kel-El if still available, despite the reservations about his drive and attitude. They see something in him apparently." Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. Aaron Rose came out with an article in the last day or so that has 6 names connected to who the Raptors are looking at, apparently. And these are the 6 names that Aaron Rose is reporting as of yesterday, who he thinks the Raptors are targeting. And they are Keyshawn George, Zach Edey, Isaiah Collier, Carlton Bub Carrington, Ryan Dunn, and Tristan Da Silva. So these are the names that Aaron Rose is hearing through the grapevine and his little teeny bopper reporting style. That's the 6 names they're saying. I wouldn't be surprised if they see something in Kel-El Ware. They think they can work with him and they draft him. I don't know. I took myself off the Kel-El Ware train as far as like how I support him, because I'm just some ways it's too dubious. And there's other guys like Eves Missy that I'd rather have that are probably more likely to be for sure good citizens and good attitudes. It's just we don't want a guy, even if he's like an Aiton, that's like an Aiton, is what I'm saying. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I have no idea if Kello Ware is still in good graces and good positive outlook by Masai and Bobby. Well, maybe we do pick him. Maybe we do. David saying, aren't they doing first round day one and second round day two? Yes. Yes. So they do the entire first round on Wednesday night and the entire second round on Thursday afternoon, 4 p.m. Let's see. Isaac saying, dunk at Lex for being awesome, like Alvin Williams. All right. I like that. I like that, Isaac. That's very nice. You compared me to one of my favorite classic Raptors of all time. All right. What a nice guy. I'm 61 dunks, guys. 61 dunks for me. Oh, that's nice. All right, let's see. Smooth saying Mohamedou Gay has been waived by the Raptors. Yikes. I don't like to hear that. Let me see. Where's the breaking news? I'm sure this is true. Oh, yeah, there's Lewenberg. 17 minutes ago, the Raptors have waived Mohamedou Gay, who they had signed to a two-way deal late last season. You know, I saw him at Wicked on Saturday. This is sad. You know, I'm going to say this about Mohamedou. In some ways, Coach Eric Curry screwed him up this year. Seriously, on 905. In some ways, he did not have them playing clean basketball down there. And when he came up for the Raptors at the end of the season and played a whole bunch for us when we had all the injuries, he did not look good out there. There were some games where Mohamedou was really, really bad. And in some ways, this is the thing. He's got the body of Chris Boucher, but even worse. He's way skinnier than even Chris Boucher was. And maybe they're tracking him for gaining weight and he's just not getting it. So who knows? This is not surprising in some ways, but also it is. So I guess he's out of the picture and he's not going to be in the whole thing for us. In some ways, they're like, yeah, let him go somewhere else. We're going to get a long arm guy in the draft and he's going to be taking that spot. That's surprising to me, especially since I just saw the man 2 days ago at the Wicked production. Crazy. Thanks for the breaking news, Smooth. I'm going to give you a dunk for breaking news, breaking on the channel. This is a big deal. Josh Lewenberg confirming what Smooth Brown Man is saying that Mohamedou is waived. 22 for you. You got Malachi's original number. Let's see. Kareem saying at Smooth, does this mean he's back on the 905? Mohamedou is a player I think can grow within our system. Could be a bench player in 25, 26. I don't think so. Because this is a demotion. In some ways, maybe they're freeing up these two ways for this season coming up because they want to have particular guys. Maybe Jonathan Mugbo is one of these guys. Maybe that is getting moved out for Jonathan or something like that. There could be a couple of different reasons. Maybe they are serious about Bronny James. I don't know. Trevor's saying, good morning, Raptors family. Before you start pointing fingers, make sure your hands are clean. Whoa. That's hardcore. Yeah, thanks, Trevor. Yeah, I like that. David's saying, I wash my hands like 70 times a day. Yeah, that's a little bit OCD. But you know what? Cleanliness is next to godliness. I'm somebody who likes to keep my hands clean myself. I will do the same thing as David in some ways. I don't wash them that many times, but I do like to have my hands feeling clean. That's for sure. Stargate saying, people are saying that SGA is autistic as well. So, hey, I have many family members who are autistic, one of which owns a very successful business. So what does it mean, really? I know. It's just like when there's differences in people, they want to make fun of it. It's like, okay, let's make fun of Chinese people for like the history of this part of time. And like, no, that's not okay. That's racist. Okay, well, I can't make fun of them anymore. So, all right, I'm going to make fun of autistic people. And just like, yeah, it's just like weak, horrible, shallow people needing something to put down other people. So they elevate themselves in their own minds. And this is true. I think the prevalence of autism is going up. And that people making fun of it and stuff like that. Well, you know, you probably have somebody you really care about that actually on the down low may have a bit of autism. And in some ways, who are you talking about? Seriously, who are you talking about? That's what I would say. So it's such a weird topic. And in some ways, it's good that we touch on this, especially since over the last couple of years, this has been a way that people have tried to taunt Scott. And I love the Scotty fans that ran that one dude off of Twitter for doing this. Amazing. That's the thing. Scotty has a lot of fans that love him very much. Scotty FC will come for heads. And people that are coming and talking bad about Scotty, well, they will tear them up. And I have full endorsement for them. I love y'all, Scotty FC. You defend Scotty's honor in social media places. You go after those people that are wrong and the way they say things with their allegations. Yeah, you go get them. You have my full endorsement. I love you, Scotty FC, for standing up for Scott. And he loves you too, obviously, because he was very impressed with what you did. Very impressed with what you did. Carlos saying, Vince just said sorry with the way I acted. I was very young at the time. He did say that? He did say that? See, I thought he said recently, because one of y'all told me he's like not apologetic. And he's like, I wouldn't do anything different. See, that's the thing that kind of pissed me off recently. It's like, dude, you're not hearing the feedback from Raptors Nation about honoring you, that it's not 100% all sunny and rosy and everybody's like, yeah, we all want to like celebrate Vince. No, that's not the case. There's a lot of old heads like me that have a good memory, and we have not forgotten. And some people say, you need to let it go, Lex. Why should I let it go? That man came back gleefully on the New Jersey Nets and torched us in the playoffs and smiled and laughed at us. You know, he treated the fans wrong. Maybe the front office and the coach were wrong for him, but you know what? He had a part in this whole thing too, that in some ways it just was handled so poorly. And not just by the Raptors organization. It was, I agree. But it was handled poorly by Vince also. Yeah. Kareem saying Marion Barber. Oh, you mean like the running back? No, Sean Marion. That's right. That's who it is. That's right. Cool Cat saying, I'm just terrible at these trivias. In some ways, you just have to be really quick. In some ways, you just got to be really quick. And we do have old heads in here that really do remember a lot of these old cards and just are going to get them. Yeah, yeah. David's saying he's bad at the cards too. And good luck to Mohamedou. Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad. In some ways, he'll probably find a place somewhere somehow. He's going to be in the nine. He's not going to be in the 905. He's going to be in the G League somewhere, and he'll be lucky if he gets called up to another team this season coming up. I hope he does. I'm not wishing it against it for him. David's saying he's a decent player. I hope he does well somewhere. I think he's just not big enough. He's too skinny. You can push him around so well. He can extend his arms. He can dunk. He can shoot the three a little bit. But in some ways, he's too much of a project that has to fill out. And we can't be waiting on his metabolism to slow down so that he can actually put weight on himself. He's not good enough to wait in that kind of way for him as a project. So, and maybe Bobby and Masai are clearing room because they know big things are coming. You know, in fact, we can witness this shit. They're waiving Mo Gay the day before the draft. That means they're clearing room on their roster to get ready for what they're doing tomorrow around the draft. That's something we could Brian Windhurst right here. That's probably true right there. Yeah, Stargate saying, man, Eves is a physical specimen. Good defensive awareness, very athletic. Handles need work, but impressive. Yeah, well, what do we need him for? Defensive rebounding, rim protection, lob threat. These are three really good things. Now, in some ways, his outside shot, but there's some things about him that are really awesome. His motor and his strength. And I'm telling you, in some ways, I've watched more of him, that Baylor player, and I'm like, this dude's good. In some ways, I'm way bigger on him than Kell at this point because I can tell he's a good citizen and he has got some power to him. In some ways, that guy, he could show up and be on the Raptors this year, and he's like a Charles Oakley for Scotty Barnes, backing him up with muscle, like a Serge Ibaka might. That's what I'm saying right there. Wayne's saying Gay's body type doesn't work in the NBA unless there's an upper IQ, which he's not. Doesn't even think lifting weights will help. Only major skill development. Yeah, I don't even know like where he goes from here. Because I'm going to tell you, seeing him in person on Saturday, he is just as skinny as he was last year. And it could very well be that these guys put him on weight training this summer, and he just didn't make the benchmarks that he needed to show progress in his body training. You know, that's important. In some ways, this is a cutthroat business. And if you don't do what the front office wants you to do and you don't get the goals, well, then maybe they don't think you're taking it seriously enough. So I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly. I could maybe Windhurst that it may be that he should have done more strength training this summer, and maybe he's not getting the gains that they want to invest in him for this season. So Carlos saying, I mean, Vince should just say that. Yeah. I mean, it's easy. Vince, you know, all you need to apologize for is not playing your hardest and saying you wouldn't dunk in your last year. Because in some ways that was wrong to do the fans. The fans didn't do anything to you. The front office, okay, you feel like they did something to you. Maybe they were inept. They were idiotic. Maybe they didn't respect you properly. But the fans always respected you and loved you. And in some ways, we fell in love with you. You were the first big, huge Canadian NBA icon, and you really stabbed us in the back. You really stabbed us in the back, and you twisted that knife around like 10 times after you stabbed us in the back. You came back and kept twisting it into our back. Sure, you're a competitor and you got to compete for the other side. But when you were on our team, you should have been a competitor up until the very end. I would have respected you more if you had held out like Kawhi Leonard did than showing up and giving us a half-assed product and being out there and not playing your full ability. Yeah, that's how I feel about it right there. Yeah, adapted from David. Smooth saying VC was taking real pleasure in torching Toronto. He came back looking like prime MJ. It was bad, man, really bad. Yeah, and that's the thing. He showed that you don't need to respect the Raptors. He built all this respect for us, and then he came back and shat all over it. And that's the thing. Some people were Vince fans more than they were Raptors fans, and they went with him and they were fine with what he did to us. In some ways, he turned our own fans into people that made fun of us and said, yeah, the Raptors suck. Vince left. I love Vince. I'm not a Raptors fan. I just love Vince. There was a lot of that going on at that time, and it fractured our fan nation. There were very few diehards that were team first Raptor fans like me because it was humiliating. And it was very, very hard to be a very outward public Raptor team first fan at that time because we were losing and we were in a really bad toxic place once we did that silly ass trade with the Nets where we got the Williams guys and Alonzo Mourning refused to come to Toronto. So the disrespect was really, really high and bad. And for team fans like me at that time, sure, it was real easy for Vince fans or Kobe fans and this kind of way, those kind of fans, player fans. They didn't mind this, but team fans like me who were diehards like Monique and myself, we had a hard time with this. We really did. Most saying afternoon, Raptor Freak crew. Congratulations, Drew Jones. Yes, very, very smart hire, and I'm proud of it. I'm really liking it. Yeah. Stargate saying Eves looks like he's OG strong already. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't need a Mohamedou around where we got to build him up. Let's get a kid who's coming in with the shoulders and the muscles already. And that's what Eve's Missy looks like to me. There you go. There she is. Dap into Mo. Good to see him. Yeah, very strong dude. Very, very strong dude. Cowboy saying, do you think IQ will get a 4 or 5 year deal? Yeah. I think we're going to lock him in similar to the time frame with Scotty's. Because, yeah, I think that we want to nail these guys down for good prices right now. The thing that's going to happen is the TV deals are going to really shape the salary caps and the money is going to go up. So in some ways, getting Scotty on the deal now is, even though some people think it's so huge, it's smart because in 4 years into his deal, it may look like a real deal still because the money in the NBA is going to get really good soon. It's going to blow up like crazy. So watch, it's going to be coming. Trevor's saying, Lex, I got tickets for the night game, Commissioner's Cup. So I will be in the house. Very cool. So Trevor's going to Commissioner's Cup for the WNBA. Very, very, very cool. And Smooth saying the years post Vince were very ugly. Yeah. And we were losing a lot. And Alvin Williams was there with us. Morris Peterson was there with us. Those guys were carrying the mantle in very dark times. And Alvin felt it. That's part of the reason why he's not totally cool with how Vince did things, because he was in the middle of it and he felt it on the team. He was there with Vince the whole time Vince was on our team. And then he was there after, and he saw the after effects. So, Alvin Williams has a very clear opinion and view of things. In some ways, he loves Vince. He's his friend. He doesn't want to disrespect him, but he felt the pain of it just like I did. He did. He felt the pain just like I did afterwards. Alvin did. And like he said, he never got any further in the playoffs in his career than that year when Vince missed that shot after his graduation. And you never know how far you'll get. Yeah. You never know how far you'll get in your career, and you better not squander that opportunity. Luka Doncic. That's right. Trevor's saying New York people are upset because the OG's hitting the free agency market. Yeah. He's not just saying I'm opting in with the Knicks and we're just going to keep things around. There's been a couple guys who've opted back. Malik Monk, Kevon Looney, surprisingly, is not going to be leaving Golden State. They reinvested in him. Well, OG is making it clear he's testing the market, and Knicks fans are having a fit. I love it. I knew this was going to happen. Y'all need to respect OG more. And in some ways, y'all have not been respecting OG right. And well, OG might just walk on y'all. And y'all's little brief half season of amazing New York Knicks basketball, well, that may be just that time, and that's it. And you'll realize the essential ingredient was OG Anunoby. Oh, man, don't mess around with this Knicks. You're gonna screw this up. You're gonna fumble. I know you are. I already do. I already know you're gonna fumble OG, and OG's gonna be in another jersey next year. Watch. I already know it. I can tell. I can absolutely tell. All right, let's see if there's anything else I want to cover today. Of course, it is Del Curry's birthday, so we'll say happy birthday to three-point shooter and father of Steph and Seth Curry, Del Curry. Yes. All right, let's finish it up, y'all. Thanks for watching today. Smooth saying OG is a Sixer. You're gonna make me throw up. I'd rather him stay in New York than go to Sixers. Stargate saying, I knew OG was going to do this. Laugh out loud. Everyone was saying it was a foregone conclusion he was staying because of his agent, but we knew. Yeah, I mean, in some ways, OG, this is part of the reason why we traded him. So we didn't want to deal with OG in free agency. He's so aloof and so elusive. You don't know what to expect with him. And Knicks fans, if you think you are slam dunking OG back to your team next year, you are so sadly wrong. You're very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. Kareem said, I feel like OG was promised something and Dolan failed. Maybe Charles Oakley called him. He's like, all right, let's do this real quick. We haven't done one of these in a while. So we'll do this. We're going to do a phone call reenactment. Hello? Hello, is this OG? OG, this is Charles Oakley. I wanted to call you and tell you not to play for James Dolan. He's an asshole. He's a piece of crap. He's like, oh, hi, Charles. Yes. What? Really? He did that to you? Why would he do that to you? You're a Hall of Fame Nick. You're like one of the best Knicks ever. I know. No, I didn't know this. I don't pay attention to the news. No, I read books and take walks. No, I didn't know. I didn't know that he did that to you. Really, Charles? Okay. All right. I'll think about it. Okay. Thank you. Bye. What if that happened? Charles Oakley called OG Anunoby and told him, no, don't sign with James Dolan. He's an asshole. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching me today. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you for playing trivia today. The new age of David's trivia. Yeah. And hopefully David will tally the scores and post the tally in the chat. David, if you could format it the way I've been doing it in the other times, please put it in there so we can see just how well Ahmet did. It seems like he cleaned up today to an extent, but it seemed like there was good strength from different people. So we'll have to see how it goes down in the end, guys. I appreciate everybody. Look at Isaac Campbell putting me on blast with Bill and Dylan. So good that Monique met Dylan Brooks the other night. That was awesome. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you, OG, for RJ and IQ. That would be weird if we turned around and signed OG back and we still had IQ and RJ, and Knicks fans would probably go crazy. They'd absolutely go crazy if that happened. They'd be like, what did we traded IQ and RJ for OG, and now he's back on the Raptors? What did we do, James Dolan? Oh, that would be such a great scenario, wouldn't it? It would be a lot of fun. All right, y'all, please Raptorize your day like Nat Bhatia would. Get out there and touch grass like Scotty would. And share the love just like Gary Trent Jr. would. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for Wow Wednesday, getting ready for the draft tomorrow night. I appreciate everybody. And yeah, y'all have a great day. And let's go Raptors, as always. Yeah, thank you, Cowboy. Thank you for putting me on blast with Scotty and Dylan. Yeah, I like those guys. You go, Scotty. I am proud of you. It's just that in some ways, I want to wait for the official signing. That's right. Cool Cat saying, I want OG to join his brother Pascal and return to the Hoosier State. That'd be a really weird one. I don't know if Indiana's in the mix to be able to try and get another free agent on top of Siakam. Siakam's taking a big percentage of the Pacers' salary cap. So getting OG and Siakam, that may be a bit of a stretch, Cool Cat. But who knows? Crazier things have happened. All right, thanks for watching me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's go Raptors. Let's go Team Canada. Let's grow.